if we get what we deserve. We've been abused and we've been scorned. We've been treated bad, talked about, as sure as you want. Just as sure as it takes 2 eyes to make a pair. Brother, we can't quit until we get our share. Say it loud. Say it loud.
Joy 99.7 FM Showbiz A to Z, time to bring you Say It Loud, where we address the issues that are affecting our entertainment industry. The very critical and relevant ones, addressing them without fear of favor, speaking for the people, asking questions that the ordinary person, the stakeholder, will be asking duty bearers here on Joy 99.7 FM on Say It Loud. So, a lot of people are asking if this year we're going to have Afro Nation. So many people are asking whether we're having Afro Nation this year. So Afro Nation is a concept that was introduced, that came to Ghana in 2019. Smade and his partner brought that to Ghana after they had done editions in Portugal. So 2019 we had the maiden edition at the La Boma Beach Resort. I remember that edition so well. Then COVID came in 2020. 2021, we were off as well. Last year, Afro Nation came to Ghana again. Now, it was a very, very, very big event, a very huge event. But on the second day, day 2 of the event, something happened. You know, they had security issues, so they had to abruptly end the event the second day. Now, recently, a few months ago, we heard information that Afro Nation was going to Nigeria as well. That's no problem because Afro Nation has its branches, or if you like, in other countries apart from Ghana or Portugal. You know, you go to Miami, you go to Puerto Rico. It has other branches in other countries. So there is nothing wrong having Afro Nation in Nigeria. Nothing wrong with that. But people are asking. What people are asking is whether we're going to have Afro Nation this year. And the reason they're asking, one, is the fact that as of now, there is nothing that shows that Afro Nation is coming. Usually when Afro Nation is preparing to stage the concert in Ghana, you see them ship their stages and everything down to Ghana. And even with the December in GH calendar, you would see the name in there because it's a major event that takes time to organize. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not one of those events that you say, okay, last minute you would see the event, you know, being held because it needs preparation. So we were at an editors forum on Monday. And because we are so much concerned about the industry and we wanted to know how Afro Nation is faring, especially at a time where we know that the government of Ghana signed a 5-year partnership agreement with the organizers of Afro Nation in 2020. We wanted to know the fate or the state of Afro Nation, whether we're going to have that this year. And this was what the minister told us.
We had a meeting last week. We discussed it. There are certain demands, conditions they want, and we're trying to look at how we can collaborate. It's not been taken yet, but we have alternatives.
So are we going to have Afro Nation again in Ghana?
Most likely, very likely.
Next
but
year?
this year, yeah, we'll have over the next 3 years.
So this was the minister, or this is the Minister of Tourism, Art and Culture, Mohammed Awar, Dr. Mohammed Awar, speaking to us at the Editors Forum. You know, speaking to the fact that Afro Nation will be held this year. We're not doubting him, but we're asking certain questions because as of now, if you listen to what he said, very likely, most likely, mentioned it's not been taken away yet. And also said that they have agreement, they are having meetings with the organizers. Now, this clearly tells us the minister cannot, confirm as of the time, or he could not confirm as of the time that we're going to have Afro Nation. you could clearly infer from his speech that, they were still talking. And if by now we can't settle on whether we're going to have Afro Nation held in Ghana, then it means that probably it's not going to happen after all. Now, people are concerned about the fact that Nigeria is holding Afro Nation. And why they are worried is, if Afro Nation is going to be held in Nigeria in December, and we're having our December in G8 activities, by way of pushing the Beyond the Return agenda, probably Nigeria may be stealing some of our funds, quote unquote, from the diaspora. So some people are worried about that. That is something people are talking about, with regards to Afro Nation. Yeah, so Afro Nation and the minister's comment brings back to the fact that if we are struggling to make things work and things are not working, why don't we rather focus on other brands? Because we have other brands that are also doing so well in December in G8. Even before that, we have Afrofuture and we have Chalewote Street Art Festival, which needs partnership, which needs investment, big investment from government. I know government in 2018 gave Chalewote organizers 300,000 Ghana cedis. That's commendable. We appreciate that. But the fact is, Chalewote is, I call it the mother of all arts programs in this country, because Chalewote comprises almost every aspect of human life, not just arts. From culinary arts to visual arts, you see performing arts, and everything that is lifestyle is at Chalewote. So I don't understand why government wouldn't also try to go into such partnerships with, the organizers of Chalewote and other huge and impactful programs in this country. I don't even have a problem with the fact that Afro Nation is run by a non-Ghanaian. I don't care about that. All I care about is making impact with our events. And so if one event is not going to yield the results we want, and maybe the organizers are proving unyielding to our demands, why don't we concentrate on events like Chalewote? And if you speak to the organizers, Chalewote needs sponsorship in all angles. And I know the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture is helping in its small way, but they need funding, they need money. So it's about time we channeled our energy into things like this. Let's channel our energy into Chalewote Street Art Festival. If Afro Nation is not working, let's not deceive ourselves and create the impression everything is okay. Let us invest in what we have. December in GA, there are a lot of events on the calendar. I know the first batch is out, others will come. And Chalewote is being held just next week. How are we supporting Chalewote? Are we waiting for somebody from outside the country to come and say, Nimanche, please bring Chalewote to our country before we realize, or before we appreciate how big it is for us? Let's support our own as a people. Whoever has ears, let them hear.